Hey guys, what's up? This is Tom Burkhardt from Car-Revs Daily in the 2017 Chrysler Pacifica Limited. This van is so awesome. It is so good. So really well equipped, of course, in the Pacifica Limited spec, where it competes with the Sienna Limited and the Honda Odyssey Touring Elite, but beyond the simple equipment levels of this car, which are outstanding, absolutely best in the world for minivans, the Pacifica just drives so well and so nicely, significantly more refined and with a higher quality feel than Sienna and Odyssey. So pretty shocking stuff there from Chrysler. Because for a long time, you know, the Chrysler vans have had a lot in their corner, like the stow and go seats and just, you know, innovations that they've introduced and everybody else has copied, like power doors and power tailgate and all that stuff. So beyond that, over the last week of driving Pacifica, I've really identified like two really important places where the Pacifica is so good that even in its entry-level trim levels, you still get to make the most of this really great powertrain and terrific chassis and overall quality. So those two areas that I've identified are like chassis rigidity, and these 2 points touch on like big previous issues with even the best minivans like Sienna and Odyssey. So even the best minivans have a lot of chassis shake. So there's just that huge piece of open air behind us that in all vans that basically just becomes really unwieldy. As you push it hard around corners, there's a lot of scuttle movement, almost like a convertible, and then you can even feel the tail and sort of the roof sections going a little bonkers back there over big bumps and hard cornering. So Pacifica is like superbly rigid and so smooth. So that's one thing in its chassis, which is just significantly, just objectively better than Sienna and Odyssey. And the other place is interior quality. So this addresses another big concern with vans, which have pretty hard lives. I mean, from day one, they're going to be loaded up with all the kiddie stuff and be carrying around just like half your family haulage and most of your family beings. So they have hard lives, and as a result, once you get a couple miles on them, everything inside has started like shaking around to its own rhythm. So chassis have been vibrating and flexing significantly in all vans until now, and then beyond that, the interior pieces have also had their own little part in that soprano and baritone harmony. I don't know. They're just essentially like everything is moving around. Everything's clattering in a lot of vans, even Sienna, I promise you. Whereas Pacifica, there's really no sorts of movement from the interior fixtures, you know, like door panels and everything. Just feels so high quality. It's so amazing. And beyond that, the drive is really good. There's just lots of really clever stuff. You know, drawers hidden here and there. We've got all of our controls for like heated wheel, heated seat, and vented seat as well. That are temperature triggered. So like when I did remote start last night or 2 nights ago, when it was really cold out and had like just touched freezing here in South Carolina, when I did remote start, the heated steering wheel and the heated seat came on automatically, even though I hadn't had them on before, you know, hadn't programmed it. I guess it's in the Uconnect setting that it does it by temp, and it'll even do that with the cooled seat too. So that's really like a level of sophistication and modernity in the tech solutions that you just don't have in Sienna or Odyssey. Let alone like the Kia Sedona and some other sort of rivals for this vehicle. So other tech stuff though, where the Pacifica really shades its rivals, are you know, easy to find examples of that. Excuse me. We've got, of course, like automatic wipers, automatic headlights, and auto windows all around, power folding side view mirrors. I'm just trying to think of things that come to mind right away. Adaptive cruise and lane departure assist, or lane departure. I'm sorry, the words are escaping me early this morning. Basically, like lane keep assist. There we go. Active cruise, and even like an active parking assistant that we can turn on, that will parallel or perpendicularly park the vehicle for you in any spot. So, I mean, it has a lot of stuff. The last 3 features are part of the Safety Tech group, which is like a about $1,800 upgrade over the standard Pacifica's $42,000 sticker price. And the other things that we've added to this car is like the $1,000 preferred equipment pack, which is 20-inch wheels. Highly recommended with of course like 50 series tires, so they're pretty wide and very, very grippy. Which is awesome. So that's like $1,000, and then the rear theater package with twin screens and twin remotes and headrests and everything is another $2,000, and that is just awesome. There's even like built-in games and apps. So there's like the license plate game where you can be driving, like the old game we played when you were kids, where you like, there's an Alaska plate, I got that. You can actually check off the states while you're driving that you've gotten, that you found the plates of. And that's just like, these are just a couple examples. I wish more were coming to mind. I mean, even like the electronic parking brake is something that is a long way from being equipped on the Sienna and Odyssey. Just because those vans were designed like 5 years ago, maybe 8 years ago in some cases. Whereas Pacifica is basically a clean sheet redesign for this year. And it's just so well thought out, and it's so well executed. That's it. It is significantly better than Sienna and Odyssey. It just is. I know there are a lot of people who are skittish about leaving the trusty import brand sort of quality niche that upscale vans have evolved into. But let me tell you, the Chrysler Pacifica Limited is the best out there. It really just is. And then, so then once we've accepted that, then you come to terms with the fact that this car can create a completely flat load bay without removing any seats. All the rows fold down and tuck away into the floor. Particularly special is that second row with, of course, stow and go, which is a Chrysler exclusive feature. Still, nobody else can make it work. And as a result of that, you have huge cargo areas like beneath the floor, right behind the front row of seats, and then another huge well of cargo area in the way back. That is just, I mean, immensely practical, super, super useful, and a lot more generous in terms of space than what you can get with all the seats up, or all the seats down from Sienna in particular, where you have to take those second seats out, and it is not easy to do in order to get the type of space that you can get in the Pacifica in just like 2 seconds, from stow and going those seats. So, huge fan. Obviously not a very exciting drive today for us in traffic now, but we'll show you what we're looking at right now. If I can come off the steering wheel, show you what we're looking at. We've got the seats folded for stow and go right now in the second row, but the third row is still intact. We've also got huge moonroofs. We've got this main unit in front, and then also like a second unit above the third row to make it a little airier. Just a really, really great car. This is Tom Burkhart from Car-Revs. We'll see you next time. Thanks.